knowing each other.
Are we live on the internet? Excellent. That's not copywritten at all. Hello, welcome to the 7th hour of Adventurers Wanted. Yay! Excellent, thank you very much. My name is Chris. I will be your dungeon master for the next hour and the hour thereafter if you have another ticket. So, it ties in. Cool. Welcome to Adventurers Wanted Rebellion. This is our second Edinburgh show and our fourth, fifth overall, I think.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, we do live play D&D, as you can see in front of you. So you are coming to an hour of incredibly nerdy roleplay. Congratulations. I'm going to read this bit out off the sheet of paper because it's important. Before we dive into the next part of the adventure, I'd like to remind you this performance is a relaxed performance.
This one isn't a relaxed performance.
This one is not a relaxed performance. I will stop reading this.
If you scan down to the second bit of the thing, it's there. Yeah.
This hour's performance is not strictly a relaxed performance, as there may be some loud, sudden sound effects as part of the show. Whoa! But in all other ways, will be just like a relaxed performance. There is a relaxed attitude to sound and movement in the audience for the benefit of anyone who will have difficulty being still or silent for the hour. The lighting will stay like this, and if you need to take a break for any reason, you can head out that door and come back in any time during the hour. If you need help with anything during the show, Nemo over there is our stage manager, and they'll be able to help you with anything you need. Give them a wave or head over or catch their eye. It's totally fine. Right, on to the game. We are playing Dungeons & Dragons, tabletop role-playing games. What does that mean? If you happen to be uninitiated, what it means is that the four people to my left and right are playing characters in a shared universe, and I am playing the rest of that universe. Everyone they encounter, all of the people who have played for 1 hour and gone away, everyone else I will be interacting with them on behalf of to tell a story collaboratively. We will tell that story with the aid of talking in character, talking out of character, and we'll use some D&D rules to make sure the story goes along fairly. For most of that, we use a 20-sided dice, which is like this one here. And low numbers, 1s, 2s, 3s, are bad. A critical failure or a 1 is particularly bad. And high numbers, up to 20, are particularly good, with a natural 20 being a resounding success in whatever they're trying to achieve. So, the story so far. We are in a country called Deriland. Deriland is a country that was horribly marred by a calamity 5 years ago when a elder god came into their universe, tore the land apart, and then promptly left again. The cult to said elder god has kept control of the land and has been mining it for some strange ore, although no one really knows why as such yet. And the characters have been advised to, now that they have managed to rebel against their overlords and have taken back their town, Holmwood, they are now heading into the mountains to find a reclusive clan of dwarves, see if they will help them join in their cause. At the end of the last hour, some of the more tribalistic dwarves that they've encountered have been taking this group back to their leader, which is where we will jump straight back in. But before we get back into the story too far, let's go around the table and introduce ourselves, the name of our character, a line or two about who they are and what they do, and what pronouns they prefer, please. Starting with Catherine.
Hi, my name's Catherine. I'm a writer and poet from Edinburgh, and my character is Dottie Hearthfire, a dragonborn druid who also likes to bake and owns a lovely little tavern. She is basically... imagine Molly Weasley, but Molly Weasley who happens to be a dragon and doesn't realise that she's a dragon. And she uses she, her pronouns.
Thank you very much. Matthew.
Hi, I'm Matthew. I'm an actor based in London, currently up for the Fringe. And I'm Aircos. He's a rogue elf, bookish, I suppose, but not anything out of the ordinary. Nothing too sporty, eh?
Mm-hmm.
And, yes.
What pronouns do you prefer?
He.
Thank you.
And him, I suppose.
Yes.
I'm G. I am playing Harvey. He, him is an Aarakocra, which means he's a bird person. Very parrot-looking with blue and yellow plumage. And yeah, he flies around a lot and drops people from great heights sometimes and carries a crossbow.
Hi, I'm Naomi. I'm playing Roberta Risk, who was an academic, is now a war journalist, predicted all of this happening totally accurately, no mistakes, 60% of the time. And she goes by she, her pronouns.
Thank you very
It's
much.
like a Discworld character.
It is like a Discord
Yeah,
character.
because
exactly.
last year was very depressing for my character, so I'm trying something different.
Totally
I'm
fair.
loving it. I'm really
Totally,
liking it.
totally fair. So, can I have some quite, I hesitate to say tribal music, but something quite sort of people living off the land stuff?
Any particular weather as well?
Snow.
Okay, the sound of snow.
That famously loud
Here you
weather.
go.
Silence.
Live improvised audio, ladies and gentlemen. That is what this is all about. Thank you. You are being
Frosty.
guided. It's frosty. You are being guided through a snowy landscape. You have left the tree line of said landscape. Erkos, I think at the end of the last adventure, you joined in with the others at an opportune moment, and are now with them.
Sort of snuck in.
Snuck in.
At the back.
Yeah,
Hello.
Just
You're-
announcing my presence. Afternoon.
You are crunching slowly through the snow, making your way away from the tree line. You're not going up the mountain at this point, you are very much going around the side of it. But you are crunching through the snow with your two dwarven allies, Jaco and Django, who were there earlier, who appear to not be quite as tribalistic as the other dwarves that they have met, who are wearing the big horned helmets and have facial tattoos and couldn't look more gruff and tribalistic and living off the land. As you make your way forward through the snow, you could try and talk to them. You could try and find out a bit more about what's going on or who they are, if you fancied it.
Are they not disconcerted about the fact that someone just turned from a bear into a human?
Yeah, we're glossing over that.
Okay, sure, fine.
There was a minor kerfuffle at the end of the last adventure. Ugh.
Great. So, how long have you been living here? Not here, but in the woods.
5 years.
5 years. Okay. So since the...
Aye.
Right. How is that?
Oh, aye, it's lovely. Don't you enjoy the weather this time of year?
I do actually. I love snow. You can make a lovely snowman, or you can melt down the ice into tea.
She is very upbeat.
It
Yeah, you get used to it.
And
can be quite painful sometimes if it's compacted. Never mind.
Right.
okay.
Well, so you've been hiding out then from the cult? Because we ended up enslaved. We were in a mine.
And you're not enslaved anymore.
Well,
We
no,
rebelled.
Oh,
Quite successfully.
aye.
Harvey did this really cool thing, like flying through a window and everything. It was fantastic.
You flew through a window.
Well, I tried. I sort of hit it, and then I had to bash it a few times with a pickaxe. But we got through, and so I've totally forgotten the name of the town already.
Holmwood.
Holmwood. We're from Holmwood, and we've retaken Holmwood. We've got the overseer as a hostage.
Oh, aye. Aye, come talk to Broldrin.
Where's he?
She.
She. Sorry.
You go over a ridge, and as you go over this ridge of snow, the landscape ahead of you is dotted by rocks that range out of the snow because they're quite spiky. And in between them, you can see makeshift tents. I don't know if you know what a yurt is, but it's a kind of tent which is quite wide and quite large, and is formed in a different way from a normal tent and is meant for families and large groups. There are quite a few of these yurts situated around. The Tonen look very Mongolian. As you make your way down the ridge, you can see that there are maybe 100 dwarves. They are all dressed similarly, very tribalistically. They have various tattoos and markings. It's mostly quite bear-themed. You get a sense that this might be some kind of totemic animal for them or some kind of spirit that they worship. As you continue through this, there is a larger, more ornate yurt in the middle of this area that you are being guided towards. You do note, as you pass through as well, that there are This is families. This is not just, rugged outdoorsy types. This is children. There are both genders are clearly involved in quite a lot of this manual labor to keep this camp going and keep everyone afloat. You are being looked at slightly oddly. You get the sense you might be the only non-dwarves they've seen in some time, and most of you are considerably taller than them.
Have you managed to stay away from cultists? Is that what's happened?
Well, we came here to get away from them.
And have they bothered you since, or have you just dealt with them if they bothered you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. It's quite a lot of fighting based here, I assume.
Yeah. Do you want to go?
No, I'm a journalist. I'm documenting.
Fine. You are taken through this much larger yurt, inside which there is a female dwarf. She's got very long sideburns that almost go down into a chin strap, but she's shaved the middle bit off. And she is at the moment hacking apart the body of a cultist. She's got quite a large axe and is just very methodically, very slowly cutting off a limb, tossing it over there.
Oh
Another
my.
limb. And you see that she's creating pile upon pile of, you see animal bones, you see, she's generating fuel. These are all being put on fires. These are all being used to feed people.
I mean, I'm pro-recycling, but this is quite extreme.
The animals being used to feed people.
Not just.
Oh.
Who are yous?
We are from Holmwood. We are part of a...
Holmwood's got the cult in it. Are you in the